It is time for our reflection, to reflect our power, to empower through living uniquely, divinely, and without apology. So may the fierce be with you. This is the blueprint.
My name is Benson. I'm a fashion designer. I'm 30, none of your business. When I was 21 years old, I bought my first sewing machine. I actually bought it from the Walmart, still have it, for $100. I've always wanted a sewing machine, but I never got one. So for my 21st birthday, I said, what do you get yourself? Get yourself a sewing machine. So I started making clothes for myself, making skirts. My first, I took a pattern, and basically I only knew how to sew based off of what I learned in my 8th grade home ec class. I made this black and white dog. It was my favorite dog. I threw it away because I was too old to have it, but I wish I still had it so you can see my dog, because my dog was dope and my dog lasted a long time. I've always been good with my hands. When I was younger, I used to sell brooches. My mom would sell it at work. I even know I'm almost a certified nail tag. I did nails, anything with your hands I did. I moved to Atlanta and I got accepted into the master's program at Savannah College of Art and Design. But then I got laid off from my job, so I was working and I was going to school. Then I got laid off when the housing market crashed. I had to look for additional employment. So then I moved back to my hometown. I'm originally from New York, and actually I wound up moving to the Bronx. I got another tech job, wound up getting acquired by another company. A year to the day, we all got laid off. So while I was in this miserable situation where I'm sitting there basically helping them transition our company so they can fire us all, I made a promise to myself that I was really going to give my fashion a try. And that was 5 years ago. A friend in business of mine, Chisa Penix Brown, she came to me with an opportunity to do a fashion show with Arts Revolution. I think fashion should be free, especially if you're showcasing it. I like that it was about art, and I wanted to create art with fashion. Also, I like that it was free to the public, because I believe if you're going to put on a showcase, it should be for the public to enjoy. And then you just let the clothes your income comes from your clothes. So let the clothes speak for themselves. Honestly, I had all kinds of ideas for the show prior to my model call. I got a couple of ladies that I had worked with before. I did a project the year before called Model Behavior, where I'm very much on women being their own model, like this whole internet culture with Instagram and Facebook and airbrushing, where women are trying to live up to a standard. And I really want to teach women to live up to their only standard they can live up to. Like, unless you're going to get plastic surgery to look like Kim Kardashian, or get your butt pumped to look like Blac Chyna, if that's what you want to do, fine, that's on you. But if you can't do that, you got to work with what you got. And you can be as great as anybody else that calls themselves a model, because a model is nothing but a hanger. And basically they're used to showcase clothing. But what showcases clothing? It's your energy. It's your confidence. It's, it's a feeling that you give the garment. So once I did the model call, I took a different approach. A lot of, especially in the plus size community, especially if you're not an hourglass figure, a lot of these ladies that are out here modeling, they get put in anything. It's not flattering. They want to participate, and because they want to participate in these shows, they wear what these designers make, and I think it's absolutely, I'm not going to judge it, but I just wish they would take more care. If the whole point is to showcase your designs, if you're not a plus size designer, don't design plus size clothing. If you wouldn't snap a picture of that woman in your garment, please don't put her in it for a fashion show, because it takes a lot of courage to walk out there and present yourself. I designed my show around each woman. I looked at their bodies. I looked at what's good for them. I used what was, my signatures in my brand. A lot of my clothing accentuate the smallest part of your waist, whether you're an hourglass or you a big belly beauty like me. This is still the smartest part of your body. So a lot of my clothes concentrate on that. So basically, I took each woman as they were, and I used their own body to adorn them. And I think that's what made my show so great. Also, with the help that I received from JVons and Grams of Glam, and just catering it to the women, because these women aren't necessarily, they're us. These are the women that wear my clothes. I want you to see yourself in the women I dress. And I call it plus size fashion for everybody, because in plus size fashion, we have, when you make the patterns, and I make all of my patterns, and with plus size clothing, just because you're a smaller frame doesn't mean you don't have a plus size body. You can have children. That's why one of my best sellers are peplums, because I don't want to look like a Care Bear or a Teddy Ruxpin. I'm sorry. I don't have the confidence to wear a bodycon dress without a peplum. I need a peplum. And I think women, I want to be confident. I want to feel sexy. They know what's going on under there. They just want to make sure it look good when it's out. So the clothes that I make is supposed to do that for you. It's supposed to, you can stay trendy, but staying trendy for your form, because that is the most trendiest thing that you can do, and that's what I try to breathe in my clothes. Like, even when I'm sending my orders out, I ask God for it to be a blessing, because that's what I want my clothes to be, is a blessing to the person that receives it. To the lady that may have bigger arms, who never like wearing their arms out and don't want to wear a shrug all the time, and I have cover-ups that don't look like cover-ups. Or for the woman that wants to look like a princess, but because she has wider hips, she's never able to find a long maxi skirt that hits her ankles, so she deserves to have that. Because her form is different, she shouldn't be able to have that, and confidence, I try to build confidence through my clothing for women. And I think about you when I make, because I'm thinking about myself. So, you're on the journey with me in regards to being the model, being better than myself. You are your biggest competition. I believe that. And instead of looking around you, you got to look within you. And the things you want to change, you change. If you think being smaller will make you feel better, lose weight. The way I feel about it, my clothes make you look like you lost 10 pounds, so you might as well get you a skirt. Because it's all about how you dress yourself. Don't be afraid to go up a size because of the fact that you'll look better in your clothes. It's all about just being better. It's not about the size that's in your clothing. It's about how you feel.
My beauty is defined by my personality, I believe. I'm very bubbly, I'm a very caring person, and I'm always looking out for others and helping anyone any way I can.
I don't think the question is what defines my beauty, I think it's who, and I think God defined that for me when He molded me in His image.
What defines my beauty is, I guess, my confidence and my smile.
My beauty is defined by my uniqueness, by being me and being thoroughly okay with who I am.
My personality.
My smile. What defines my beauty is confidence in myself. It was a long journey for me to get here, and it's confidence.
My beauty is defined by my inner light. My inside is much more prettier than my outside.
I would say what defines my beauty is definitely my personality, my laughter, just me being me.
My personality.
My confidence.
My personality. My personality.